Guys, pay attention. In this system, the motor in one direction push fluid, in the other direction suction fluid. Everybody follow me? Okay, pay attention. If the motor is moving clockwise, push fluid out. If the motor is spinning counterclock, suction fluid, and the fluid return into the container. Everybody follow me? Okay, pay attention. This one is connected with the port actuator, and the other one is connected with the starboard actuator. Pay attention. I want to extend the cylinder in the port side. I want to extend the cylinder in the port side. How should be the movement of the motor? Extend the piston. Clockwise. In that moment, if the solenoid is open, the fluid goes out. I want to retract that cylinder in the port side. The motor should be counterclock, the solenoid open, and the fluid return, suction.
It creates its own.
Pay attention. The solenoid open for both purposes: to send fluid or receive fluid.
To send.
That's clear?
Yes, go.
Pay attention. If the solenoid is extended, the fluid pass? No. The fluid return? No. If the solenoid retract, the hole is open and the fluid goes out or enter. Yes or not?
Yes.
It's clear?
So that means that you can't go up with one and down with the other.
Correct. It's independent. The rotation of the motor is important. Clockwise, push fluid. Counterclock, suction fluid. Depending which solenoid is open, I allow that the fluid goes out or in that cylinder.
When you mount those, are they up high?
Yes, you want to put them as high towards the back of the boat,
Yeah.
So no water.
so no water gets in.
Anybody follow me?
So they normally have a glass cover, not a glass, but plastic cover that goes over to protect it from this getting all corroded up.
Are those mounted
Oh, like
straight through the
Well,
the crankshaft?
believe it or not, this one actually has like almost like a U-shaped bracket. When you put that in there, see how it's curved here and it stops right here. It goes right on the transom and it sits on the transom just like that.
internal side of the
Inside of the-
in the inside of the
Do you
transom.
sell those a lot, or you
Oh
work
yeah,
with them?
we do a lot. We work on these a
You
lot.
said they have like a container that'll block them, similar to like one of the what they do with buildings.
Right.
So
But it's just
Not
it just
every-
mounts right to the transom. It depends. That's kind of like on your idea. Hey, this area is a wet area. I don't want to put it there. But wherever you put it, then you got to put longer hoses because he's got hoses going through. And you got to be careful how you put the hoses on. So if the left switch, would it work the left side or the right side?
It's the
Work the
opposite.
right side.
It's the opposite.
it's the left
Because
switch.
think about it, if you hit the left side,
The boat
you want to
moves
go
the
to the
opposite
left,
way.
so you're pushing the right down. People make a lot of mistakes and they do it that, oh, it's the opposite way. It's always reversed. Same
Well,
thing
you-
with electrical.
Always
When
the
you look
opposite.
at it is, if the boat's going like this, it's bowed down. So you want the right to bow down. So you
So
would hit.
that,
Correct.
so that way the left
Right.
side will push and it'll move that side over. People
No.
make a lot of mistakes.
No,
like
you
that.
shoot, if you want to bow down on the right, you hit the right button,
Yeah, and
and the
go down
left trim
side.
tab will go down.
Fuck with people, you can listen to
Okay, guys?
Drink enough. you'll
Okay,
do
pay
that
attention.
that. No, you'll
The
be
most
good as a bunch
difficult,
like this.
the most difficult part is the installation of those switches. Those switches are momentary. Momentary on top, momentary down. Momentary top, momentary down. Okay? Momentary in both positions. And those elements are independent, like Glenn and Danny explained. If you want to move the boat like this or like this, you move this one down or this one down, yeah? Or both of them if you want to go down the nose, yeah? Ready? You can work together or independent. You have one switch per each actuator. Alright?
The people who keep the boats out of the water, I've seen that they stick more often. You want to grease them more, obviously, right?
Well,
Because I'm guessing, well, they're always up, but I've seen them stick
yeah, they
more
should
often
always
than-
be up, especially if you're doing trailering. You'll bust these out. That's why every time we pick up a boat, we always make sure, do we got trim tabs? If it does, they gotta be up. That's why the auto retractor is nice, because as soon as you shut that ignition switch off, they all go.
Yeah, the pressure
They should
relief.
have
it's
that
done.
immediate, yeah.
That's the best way to do it.
Or you could go both of them going up or both of them going down. But you can't hit the switch one up and one down because then you blow a fuse
Yeah.
because you're trying to turn the motor both ways at the same time. So they have another interrupt for that.
That pops it as a safety.
Yeah, but you can't do both at the same time.
The only thing I'd tell you is on the hydraulic side, I think that's phasing out. Little by little it's phasing out. The hydraulic as far as the trim tabs, unless it's the KK that has that system. But this is now, on the newer boats, you'll see more of these, the electric ones. And Bennett makes electric ones now as well. So that's you're gonna see more and more. The only thing that the flat fishermen don't like, especially with the auto retractor, is because if they're in skinny water and they're trying to fish and they shut the engine off, all month it goes zzz, brings it up.
Scares the little fish.
Scares the fisherman. Science for everything. While he's doing that, so if on a hydraulic steering system, how would you take a steering wheel off while he's doing that? What would you use to pull a steering wheel off?
A puller?
Puller? Any other ideas?
I don't know, you said you had a trick.
Yeah, I'm
So
gonna show you that trick.
It depends how stuck on the steering wheel is. Because sometimes you can just loosen the nut in the center and
Yeah,
it pops it off.
let's just pretend this one's not that loose. It's been on there. That steering wheel hasn't been off in probably since they built the boat.
You heat it up?
I'll show you. This is Glenn show. Believe it or not, Glenn showed me.
Just put like a,
So first of all, you
don't
want to
put like
get
a
the same
crowbar or
size
something?
ball peen hammers. I'm sorry?
I mean, I know my uncle just put like a crowbar or something in between and pull up.
What I'm going to show you, you'll never use a crowbar again. You want the two same size. You obviously see some have a 5/16, 3/4, and you have the nut come up just flush, if not a little bit past the end of this shaft. Then you take this, and if you look here, there's a little dip in the middle of that shaft. So you put that here, and you line it up. And the reason, why would I want that nut all the way up?
So you protect.
Or you not the.
So you protect the threads, right? So once you have that set, sometimes you might not do it on the first shot, but if you use the hammer that I have, a 48-inch hammer, usually the one shot's gonna do the
Using
job.
a hammer for man, no,
Yeah,
no.
this is a sissy hammer. So then you're putting pressure, you're pulling up, and you gotta make sure you're not off to the side. You want it dead center, and you're pulling up, and you whack it just like that. It'll pop. 90% of the time, it'll pop right off without a puller. So there's an odor seal right here. I charge a customer an hour to do an odor seal. I take this thing off less than 2 minutes. I replace the odor seal less than 2 minutes. Probably, let's just say 3 minutes. So in total, 5 minutes. You did a 5-minute job. You can charge an hour to 45 minutes by using 2 hammers. This is all you need. Now, also there's extreme versions that sometimes it won't come out because before I go any further, do not mushroom that head. Okay, so if it's not coming out after 2 good shots, you need to really think about maybe you have to. Some we've had to actually cut the steering wheel off because it's so bad. But that's very seldom. 90% of the time I get it off with just these 2 things. But you don't tell the customer. Oh, you have to pull it because they'll say, "Oh, how do I take the steering wheel?" I need a puller to pull that out. Do you have that puller? No, I don't have the puller. Okay. Like I'm gonna do with mine. Why should you tell the customer your secrets? Because you're making money with the secrets. So if you teach them this, you'll never get that job.
Correct.
And it's easy money. Odor seal's what? 11, 12 bucks for the odor seal. So you can charge them 120 bucks an hour, $12. I just made 200, almost 200, 150 bucks, let's just say. And it just took me 5 minutes, 10 minutes to max to do
How do
it.
you know that seal's bad? It's leaking?
Yeah, the normal, you'll see you'll see the seals The odor seal is just like it's like the drive shaft seal on the lower units on the lower units.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. So that shaft. So what happens? You'll see leaking oil coming out this part here. That's common. These again, 3 to 5 years will replace these seals there, and on the seals on the Rams as well, 3 to 5 years. So just with this, you can get it off. You don't need a puller or anything like that.
This is important, my
They
friend.
don't teach you in the book.
This is a great tip to remove wheels. On cars, the same.
See, Glenn taught me, now I just taught you.
The ram's fairly hard. You gotta drain the
Man, I
system.
told you don't tell them.
I know you did. You told me. He really honestly said, "Don't tell anybody. No one knows. Not many people know."
No, I have
Drain
one
it.
disassembly. I'm going to show.
Okay.
All right, guys, pay attention. This is the situation. This is the motor with the yellow-red cables. Everybody follow me? Yellow one direction, excuse me, yellow-blue, and blue in the other direction. And this is the body of valve with the solenoid, one solenoid red color and other solenoid green color. And this is the port for port side and the port for starboard side. Everybody follow me? This is exactly the pump. Look, this is the pump. The motor, blue and yellow, blue and yellow. Red solenoid and green solenoid. One port for port side, other port for starboard side. Good? Okay. The secret is how you wire. This is a switch, double.
The switches are.
It's here, look. You have double switches, double input, double output. Okay? And you have two of them. How you wire? Pay attention. If I want to use this actuator down, you put down. This actuator up, you put up. This actuator down, this actuator up. Both of them down, or both of them up. Yes or not? Okay, how you wire those switches to do that? I want to see your picture in the paper. How you connect according with the colors, how you connect in the terminals of the switches. If I move this is down, but no, this one no. And how you integrate those switches with the wiring, how you connect the wire. This is the next part. Turn off the cell phones. I am going to give to you papers. I want that you do that exercise. And after that, I gave the switches, the cables, and you do the wire. And you came here, and you connect, and you demonstrate that it's working. Ready?
And you burn the trim pump motor out, you got enough for
I
the class.
explode your pump.
Wait, what?